welcome to Web3 Founders Podcast, short snackable conversation with the next generation of founders. I'm your host, Josefina Bantienen, talking to you from Silicon Valley, and today's guest is Felicia Chen, technical co-founder of CEGA. Felicia, how are you? Where are you right now?
I'm doing amazing. I'm working out of Montenegro right now, where the
Amazing.
weather is hot but beautiful beaches.
Love it. Yeah. So, Felicia, thank you so much for coming today to this podcast. I want to ask you, what is CEGA?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. So CEGA is the first DeFi exotic derivatives protocol that offers safer, higher yield vaults for investors to stake their stable coin.
Interesting. And what is the problem that you're solving?
Yeah, so really the problem we're trying to solve is making more transparent and flexible investment strategies available to investors right now.
And what is the type of investors that you're targeting?
Yeah, so we have both retail and institutional. Specifically for the retail side, right now in traditional finance, it's very hard for them to access certain investment products. And so we're trying to bring that more available to everyone.
Interesting. And have you launched already?
Yeah, we actually launched a bit over a month ago, which I'm very excited since the amount of sleep I've gotten has also gone up with that.
Amazing. And how was it?
Stressful, but fun. Yeah, we started building, I think, about February, and so my other engineer co-founder and I honestly were just heads down. Both of us were actually working out of the Solana office in San Francisco at that time, and so pretty much we were just living there coding. And after launch, it's been nice to kind of take a breath, a small break, and then back to building and growing the team.
Amazing. And that you just mentioned Solana. Why Solana? Why building on Solana? Yeah,
so a few reasons for why Solana. One of the big reasons is higher TPS. So TPS is transactions per second. So for finance, latency, so time is really, really important. Solana is really good for that. And as a result, a lot of DeFi protocols are building on Solana. That's also one of the other reasons why we picked it. We have a lot of partners and friends who are building on it. And it was great to be able to, work together and learn from them. Just the community is honestly amazing. And then third reason is compared to EVM chains, like much cheaper gas. Yeah. So for a startup, that's really important.
Totally. And that there are a lot of DeFi protocols in Solana and other blockchains too. Why? How do you CEGA is different from other protocols, right? Like, what makes you different?
Yeah, so at CEGA, one of the things we really pride ourselves in is that we're always trying to, grow DeFi and push boundaries for the whole ecosystem. We're one of the first movers into the exotic derivative space. So right when we started, a lot of the vanilla trading strategies, such as like covered calls, had just gotten built. You can think of it kind of like a pyramid where you have like your normal options, your calls and puts, then you have your vanilla trading strategies stacked on top of that, and then exotics is one level further.
And can you explain what is different from exotics? Like it's what technology are you using and what makes it different? Yeah. From an investor perspective too.
So as an investor,
for everyone to understand it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. Exotics basically makes it so you can have more flexible investment strategies. So to be more specific, like the product that we're offering right now is a fixed coupon note with knock-in and knockout barriers. This is something that already currently exists in traditional finance and is really popular, especially among investors in APAC. How this benefits users is that it offers principal protection against severe market movements with up to a 90% drop. So what that means in layman terms is that if Bitcoin or Ethereum falls by 90% over the next 30 days, you don't lose any of your money and you still collect yield. Versus if you were to do like just a normal vanilla strategy, you're directly affected by the price movement, right? So if you were to like go on an exchange and buy Bitcoin right now and Bitcoin were to drop, then you would lose money. If you were to invest in one of our products, we essentially offer kind of an insurance. So Bitcoin has to drop a certain level for you to lose your investment.
Okay. And who absorbs the risk? You are absorbing the risk, or how that works?
Yeah, so we actually work with a lot of market makers to do the trade. So right now, CEGA is not taking any risk at all.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. And who are the persons in your community that are investing already? Have you seen kind of like a trend on who is your preferred investor in your platform, in your protocol?
Lots of people definitely have like obviously institutional investors and whales who are interested, in just putting their money and getting higher yield. We offer several different products with different risk profiles. So our riskiest vaults offer over 200% APY. And so those offer, like less of that protection. Our safer vaults, we found a lot of retail users really, really like it because you get, your exposure to crypto, but you also have a pretty large protection. And so the APY there is usually about 10%.
Great. Yeah. And I saw that you have different products. Is the vision to keep building different products for, different profiles, or doubling down on the ones that you have? What's the vision there?
Yeah, several things. So definitely for sure want to expand our like current product offering to accommodate for more risk levels. We're also looking to expand into multi-chain. And last thing is also, looking to try more exotic derivatives as well.
Great. That's amazing. And then on the technical side, and, what are you, it's 100% of your tech stack decentralized, or you have some stuff centralized right now?
Yeah, so we deployed our smart contract stuff onto Solana a bit over a month ago, and so anyone can go in on the blockchain and view the data and view the transactions. So that part is all decentralized.
Perfect. But you still have some pieces that are centralized today?
The backend is decentralized.
The back.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent. And what are the challenges on building, Web3? It's growing, and not a lot of developers know how to develop in Web3. So what is the challenge?
Oh man, yeah, I honestly liken it to the like meme or the picture of like the dog walking itself because that's honestly really what it felt like for a long time. So yeah, compared to Web 2, one of the big things is just like learning and deploying is so much more difficult since the resources and tooling are much more nascent. So it requires a lot of, like onboarding yourself, reading through docs. It could be hard to figure out how to ask for help. I remember when we were starting off, it was honestly just like messaging people on Discord and Twitter who'd written blogs or said they, were in the Solana ecosystem and asking for help. Luckily, like the community is super friendly, super helpful. So everyone's been like very responsive, but even things like debugging error logs and figuring out like which dependencies and packages to install is much more difficult than in Web 2.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what would you recommend to a developer that is going from Web 2 to developing in Web 3? What is the one recommendation that you will give them?
Yeah, I would say join the Discord servers and don't be afraid to ask for help. The servers are like very, very active. If you, like look up, a lot of people have asked the questions. I found that that's been like a really good resource in the Web3 community.
I love it. That's amazing. And how do you end up being a founder of this DeFi protocol? You were working at Apple before and another startup before. Like how do you end up here?
Yeah, so I studied computer science and economics at Duke, but I also dabble into a lot of different things. At some point was interested in like machine learning and health tech. Also did a lot of research in that. Almost went down the whole investment banking route. So had like the finance background and had done work in fintech. I also uh, took like a innovation entrepreneurship class and did like a project with that. So I always knew that at some point I wanted to do my own company or project. Just wasn't sure on the timeline. And honestly, just yeah, I feel like I got very lucky, very grateful. I was living in Lisbon while working at my last company and did not have any intention of leaving at the point. But sometimes you meet someone, you meet people, and you just click instantly. And my co-founders and I, we were chatting for yeah a couple months, and we're like, we might as well just go ahead, try and do the thing.
Amazing. And what is that you've been liking the most about being a founder now?
Yeah. Honestly, I think for me it's just I love my team. I'm really grateful to be building Sega with such amazing people at the end of the day. Like regardless of everything else, it's about building something fun that you can, own and uh really enjoy with people you honestly love working with.
That's great. And what excites you the most about Web3, kind of like the vision, the future? What is that you're the most excited about?
Yeah, I think just how fast and how excited everyone is about everything. I feel like you wake up every day and, just the news, someone's always building something cool. I think what can be hard in like Web 2 sometimes, especially at like larger companies, is just the pacing of, when things are being built or pushed versus like in Web 3, like in the Solana office we're working out of, it's pretty common for it to still be quite packed at, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. And it's honestly just reminds me of back when you're in school and it's just a lot of friends working together in the library or in the project room late night having fun.
That's great. It's so exciting. So exciting. Felicia, thank you so much for your time today, sharing this with all of us. What is anything that, Sega is needing right now, or do you want to invite people to reach out or whatever it is? Here's your space to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Would absolutely love everyone to check us out at CEGA.fi. And we're also looking always to hire more engineers, salespeople. So feel free to reach out if you're interested.
Excellent. Thank you so much.